Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. It's your main man, Darren M. I'm excited to be with you for another episode of Author Spotlight. You know what we do. I get to go behind the scenes with best-selling authors from across the globe. I'm excited to be here today with my sister, entrepreneur, business partner, friend, the model, child of God, Proverbs 31 woman, all the above, my girl, Kim Lotz. Kim, say hello to the people.
Hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness, baby. That introduction there, that right there just took the cake. You making me feel like I'm a true celebrity or something, but no. Hello, everybody.
Oh man, we glad to have you, Kim. You know, I'm gonna give Steve Harvey a run from his money, man. You know what I'm saying? I know how to bring you out. I know how to bring you out like kings of comedy. You know what I'm saying? I know how to bring you out. But Kim, I'm excited to have you on today, and you talked off air about this because for those who have been following us or anything with our brand period at self-publishing 30 days, they know that you have been around with the company for years, and they have seen you be on shows. They have seen you far as conferences. They have heard, those who have attended conferences have heard you speak, for years. But one of the things I wanted to cover today is just your progression. And I want to speak to those today who are looking at what is that next level? How do I transition if they've been furloughed or whatever the situation may be? But I think that you have done an excellent job. And one of the reasons I wanted to have you on today is because it's not like everything came easy. So that's the other part that I want to share with people. And it's not like that you couldn't use the excuse of I'm busy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just so many of those areas. You are a mom, you already have, companies. So some of the things that you have embarked on and learned and continue to grow in, you could have just easily said, child, ChillLLLLE, child. No, I'm not going to deal with this at all. So let's just start with that, Kim. Why have you continued to grow and go into areas that you didn't actually have to go into, far as some of the things, and we're going to bring the names up. You can bring them up now if you want to, but you didn't have to, because for those who don't know, Kim has success for his daycare business. She is a several-time author, mom now, G-Mall now, she representing now, with crew, shout out to crew out there, and the fam. But so talk to us, Kim, about that. What made you continue to move forward in things outside of just the daycare business?
Well, you know what? To be honest, I think for me, I am a person that is always looking for a way to grow. I've always, even just to give a little background, because even with starting a daycare, I started a home daycare. I started in my home, and a lot of people don't know that, but I started my daycare in my home, and I knew then that that was just a temporary spot for me. I knew then that growth was in the process. So I've always carried myself as one of the people that I don't like to be at a standstill, if that makes sense. I'm always looking for ways to be bigger, and I'm always looking for ways to be better. So even starting a business in my home, and where God had allowed me to be able to be able to get out and actually have a facility, that was just growth alone. And not where that I had only one facility, but I ended up with two facilities. So for me, growth is very important. And I think if a lot of people will just live life off of knowing that where you might be right now is just temporary. Like, don't look at that as just being that place where that's where you're going to be forever. And I think if you have that type of mindset, that's where you're going to be. So I've always had the mindset that, hey, you know what? I'm going to continue to grow, with whatever it is that, especially whatever it is that God really had for me. And I didn't want to not to be obedient to what it is that God had for me, because God has shown me so much. And I am a type of person that will just, hey, I will step out. I will step out, and I'm gonna stop there because I'll get to talking. But I know that that was like one of the things, even with becoming an author, it helped me to step out more.
Awesome. I love that. And some I want those who are listening to this to pick up on that I got out of what Kim was sharing is the willingness to know, hey, it's okay. This is just a part of the story. When you're watching a movie, you'll look at it, you don't give up or cut the TV off or whatnot, because hey, I haven't watched the rest of the movie. So just because a character is in this particular scene or in this scenario, that the movie isn't over. Or if you're reading a good book, no pun intended, and okay, I'm not at the end. I'm just 3 chapters in. It's several chapters left. It's not over yet. So for those of you out there who are looking at yourselves and thinking to yourself that this is it, no, it's not it. You are the narrator of your own story. You're the author of your own book. So write that book. You create the story or the fairy tale ending. It don't have to be a fairy tale, baby. It can be a real tale if you choose to make it that way. And so that's what Kim is sharing with you right now. Start where you are. And I want to pick up on that's the second thing. Start where you are. Kim started, okay, hey, I can have something here in the home. Then it was able to transition and the opportunity came. She didn't forfeit that opportunity. Well, I never done this before. Well, she had never did the daycare before in her home. So when it came the opportunity to get a facility, okay, she utilized that same faith. Then it was time for 2. She used the same type of faith. When it came time for the book, she used the same type of faith. It goes from faith to faith, from glory to glory. And I want those of you who are out there who are plateauing. This is really for those of you who are plateauing right now. You have had some type of success. This isn't that you hadn't had any success at all, but if you're not careful, that one win will keep you from that big win that you should be having in your life, because you have plateaued, because you're playing it safe, because you want to go with what's familiar. But going back to Kim again, Kim utilized the same method, even though the arena or the genre was different or the industry was different. She still applied the same thing. Hey, let me just take the first step. Let me start where I am. Let me seek out counsel. Let me keep on working at it. And then when one door open, God bless me through that door, he'll bless me through another. Would you agree with that, Kim? Is that some of the things
I would agree. Yes, come on now. Yes. Because God has definitely have been opening many doors. But again, you have to start. You have to start somewhere. And I think that's where a lot of us are falling out, because we are choosing not to start. Or even if we choosing to start, everything got to be so perfect to get started. Like, come on, we don't have time for everything to be perfect. You got to go with it, and just know that over time, it'll get better, but we need to start somewhere.
Wow. And this is coming from the heart note speaker. So the heart note speaker herself. Forget about the keynote. It's a matter of the heart, baby. It's a matter of the heart. You did, what I'm saying? So we got the heart note speaker.
I don't even know how that title came about. We got to talk to Joyce about that.
That's it. International heart note speaker. I wish I had a praying church. Y'all ain't gonna pray with me, but yeah, and with that being said, while we're laughing, it can seem comical, but Kim is actually a heart note speaker. She's been able to partner. She's had people just like Y Sales Network who've had her come out. Y Sales Network with Joyce Johnson and the crew over there. Shout out to them. They have brought her out. She has spoken at events that we've had. She's even went on to host her own events now. And so, Kim, I want to dive into that, because let's go into, okay, we got the daycare stuff lined out. Okay. Right. You even did some books. Okay. Right. Now all of a sudden let's go straight up to it. Let's go into the TikTok ministry and all that and the reels or whatnot. Some people thinking like, didn't he say she got a grandbaby? Didn't he say that she has so how in the world Now we could see if Denim or somebody was using it, whatnot. Kim's youngest son was on TikTok. But how in the world is Kim finding time to deal with TikTok? Talk to us about you embarking on TikTok and using that technology or whatnot to be able to enhance what you're doing for us connecting with your audience, Kim.
And that's the key thing, just what you just said, connecting with my audience. Hey, you know what? Look, I tell everybody, you're gonna get the authentic Kim, and this is, I'm finding, wherever my audience is where I am. If they on TikTok, I'm on TikTok. If they on Instagram, I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever. And that's what we gotta come. We can't be afraid to move with, just with the changes of just life itself. It took a while for me to get there, but again, I'm doing different things because that's what I do. First and foremost, not only am I a daycare owner, but I'm also an influencer or motivator. So I have to, I have to make myself available, even with having the family, the grandbaby, the business, all of that. But I am still a servant to someone. So therefore, I'm on the platforms, y'all, and I'm making it happen where that I want people to know who Kim Lotz is, but not just know who Kim Lotz is, but to know that Kim Lotz is a person that can be trusted. Kim Lotz is a person that is not just a made up somebody, because at the end of the day, my goal is to always be there to help, to inspire, to encourage. It's not about what I'm doing. It's about who I'm helping. And however I can help, hey, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
But I'm telling you, you're right about that. That nugget right there. Okay, for those of you who might be in corporate or you looking at doing business on the side and you putting your toe in there and trying to get your toe wet before you jump all the way into the business industry. This is something that I see that can be Achilles heel for a lot of people like that. It's like Kim brought it earlier. You looking at perfection, but it's progression over perfection.
That's right.
You have to start. And then what Kim brought up, I just want to just share this with Kim, share it with us as well, of the importance of being where your people are. For those of you who get too cute and you got your little 5 or 10 year plan, but you haven't accounted for anything that your actual customer wants or where your customer is, you are the judge and the jury. Please stop, pause. Everything you're doing to pick up on the nuggets that Kim just shared with us. It's so many people that, yeah, you might got some money allocated for as your business, but if you are not listening to the people, if you're not identifying where the people are, you're going to miss out on the opportunity that what Kim brought up to actually serve those people. To be a good servant leader, you got to understand that you need to know where your people are, where your team is, where your tribe is. But if you are wanting everybody, let's just say, for instance, I'm just using this as an example, there's no shade at nobody. But if you only think everybody is on Facebook,
right,
then you missed out on millions of people because you are stuck on Facebook. Because see, this is what you got to be careful when you're serving people. When you're serving people, it's not always about what you want.
Absolutely.
It's about what they want. See, let me say that again for the people in the back. It's not always about what you want. It's about what they want, where they digest content at, where they like chilling at, what messages that resonates with them. But if you're so caught up in yourself, that's what Kim is trying to tell us. So Kim said, I got to get out of my comfort zone and learn. And I want to bring this in, Kim, and I'm supposed to throw this alley hoop to you. Okay. Kim is talking about serving. Now, this is something that I have seen Kim address here recently with her brand that she used to didn't do too much of. People who really follow you, sometimes sometimes people piggyback off your confidence.
Right.
They piggyback off you being courageous by you walking in faith. And so Kim, you being willing to walk in faith by you showing people, I like to call it your drip ministry, which, I'm saying, you come in there, you're looking good, you got your hair did, you showing people that you not hiding what God is doing in your life, you walking in confidence. Because I think sometimes a lot of us, especially for those of us who are believers, We can think humble, we can take humble too far, that we come. Go ahead, go ahead, and I want you to deal with that, because you can be confident and flex in a positive way. Because
Right.
it's somebody with, let's put it this way, Kim, you got somebody with 2 or 3 kids,
Right.
trying to make it,
Mm-hmm.
and can't see, because they seeing other people might be on TV, they don't have any kids,
Right.
or they got a perfect relationship, quote unquote, and they're thinking to themselves like, it's too late for me, I can't make it. But they see somebody like you, like, wait a minute, she a mama,
Mm-hmm.
she got a grandbaby,
Mm-hmm.
she's reachable, she's touchable, I can actually send her a message. So can you
Right.
talk to that, Kim, about you operating your confidence, and how that's not conceited, but it's confidence, and how that's helping people? Can you talk about that?
Well, you know what? You're talking about that, because at one point in my life, I did feel that because of the things that I have, or the things that I didn't want people to misinterpret different areas of my life. But I got to thinking, I said, you know what? Everything that is happening within my life is from God. There is no other way to put it. And so, because I know God has played such a big part in my life, with everything that I have been blessed in so many areas, because God has shown me, let's start here. God has shown me so much favor. And even just being a mother, I'm not just a mother, I am a single mom. And I wanted people to understand, I didn't want them to let that title, especially my single mom, I didn't want that title to let that title define who you are. And a lot of us as mom, or should I say single moms, we feel like because we're single mom, we can't prosper in so many areas. We feel like, like you said, like, time is up for us, or our thing is just to be a mother, to just raise our kids, and our dreams and goals just have to be put on the back burner. But that's the things that I try and show with just being out on even just social media, just carrying myself, period, in the real world, should I say, the real world. I want people to see that side, that as a single mother, I was still able to do these things. I was still able to live my dreams. I was still able to live my goals without having to feel obligated in so many areas of just being a mom. So yeah, the things that I show now and the confidence only came because I knew that I didn't want to be one of those people that just talk about stuff. I wanted to be that example, because I felt like if I start being an example in so many other women's life, they will see, well, you know what? If she's able to do it, I know I'm able to do it. So that was this whole new brand, this whole new look of confidence, and just stepping out and showing people. And it's not about bragging. It's not about, anything and just trying to make myself be on top of the world. But I wanted people to see that side, that, that God took a person like me, a single mom with 2 kids that really didn't even know what was really meant for her after so much had happened. Everything hadn't always been good, but just being able to show this side of me is allowing other women to see that, hey, you know what? Again, I can do this too. And this is where I am in life. I want people to know. I want people to see that you too can do it. You too can live this life. It doesn't matter, if you're single, you married, you divorced, whatever it is, whatever your situation is, whatever your status is, whatever God has for you, trust and believe you can make it work.
You can make it work. You can make it work. They said though, when you got on and you start using, I believe it was TikTok or whatnot, they said it was trending.
Right.
Whose baby mama is that? That's what they said. I'm just gonna put that out there. We'll have to talk about that offline. That's just what I heard was trending. But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna move on that. We're gonna let that make it. We're gonna let them make it on them. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let them make it. Oh, that's right. But with that,
hey, look,
hey.
I had to show, you know, look, we don't have to be that. We don't have to be that person, because God got so much more for us. And that's what it's all about. Like, man, y'all.
That's empowering. And you know, and going back to it again, what resonated with me about this is that you're giving them a real somebody that's relatable, somebody that's actually touchable. Because see, I think some people, they'll psych themselves out. The enemy will send that fiery dart in their mind, like you talked about earlier, that I can't do this. You know, the enemy lies to them and tell them that, you know, hey, you know, that's over for you, you know. And then they use their tongue, they use their mouth on it and start speaking. Well, you know, I had that, but when I had my kids, I had to give all that up. And I'm not talking about it won't be moments or maybe even a season that you have to sacrifice certain things to get where you need to be. We're not talking about forfeiting, you know, your responsibility as a parent. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that you put your mouth or you start giving up or you don't even take the vacation or you don't even go. If this is not even say vacation, if you don't even do a spa day yourself or you don't find something for yourself or you feeling like you less than a mom because you do something for yourself. And I want to share this to the moms out there too, but whatnot. It's okay for you to be sexy too. It's okay for you to be confident about yourself too. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, you know, like, you know, it's okay. Okay, you got a stretch mark. Welcome to the rest of the world. 8.5 billion people out there. You know, you don't let these people air spray and paint stuff over stuff, and then you think you can't have a stretch mark. You know what I'm saying? You can't go out and you're a mama, or if you're a dad, you can't go out. I mean, this is for all of us. We got to get our mind on the right track. And I think that's what you represent, Kim. Talk to us about Mom Boss. Like, and what is that? How did that come about? And who is that for?
Okay, well, you know what? Mom Boss actually came about, and a lot of it came from me always getting asked a question. How do you balance life and family and still have time for yourself? You know how we take a question, we make it a business, but here's the thing. It was also a time where that I felt like this type of tribe, this type of organization was also needed. And I even when God gave me the vision of Mom Boss, it was more so because even for myself, being a mom and being an entrepreneur is the two hardest thing I juggle with every day in my life. Why? Because I don't want to fail in neither. I don't want to fail as a mother. I don't want to fail as an entrepreneur. So if I'm feeling this way, I got to thinking, man, I know there is so many other moms that are bosses that is feeling like this, like, man, you just don't want, like, how are you able to do all this and still, you know, not pulling your hair out your hair? Because this is real. It's real, you know, like I say, when you're a mom and you're trying to juggle that boss life. So because I gotten that so much from women, I knew that I had to go on with God's plan, as I say, because I'm the type of person, y'all, I don't just walk, I don't just step out on stuff. God, he really do show me a lot of things. I'm just one of those people that I'm gonna make it happen. Sort, you know, I don't sit on things. When God showed me, I'm like, you know, rather if I fail, rather if I succeed, I'm gonna make it happen. So that's where Mom Boss actually came, you know, because I wanted to create a tribe where women can come together, where they can, you know, they can grow off of one another. They can inspire, you know, one that, you know, yeah, it's hard, it's a lot, but we're not here to give up. We're gonna continue pushing through this. And so, you know, basically that's kind of where I am with this. And I'm excited because here's the thing. I didn't realize that it was going to be so grand. I didn't realize it was going to be so grand. We launched last Sunday, and I kid you not, I've had so many women to reach out to me and say, how can I be a part of your organization, from being, you know, because I didn't realize, I knew for myself how I was feeling. But guess what? It's so many other women that's feeling the same way. So yes, Mom Boss is here. We're going to, I mean, y'all, we're getting ready to take over the world. I'm gonna put it like that. We're getting ready to take over, because at the end of the day, when we're taking probably two of the most hardest things that we have to deal with day to day, and able to make it where that we're finding ways to be a little more stress-free with it, because we realize we're not the only one that's dealing with it. We're realizing now that we can come together and we can help one another to be able to, you know, be able to put those steps in our life to be able to level and to grow more.
Wow, wow. I'm telling you, Mom Boss. Now, don't sleep on what Kim shared there, as far as if you take the question and make a business. Basically, solve problems.
Yeah.
See, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. You know, those who solve problems get paid.
That's
Because
right.
now all of a sudden you're adding value to somebody, you know, that you're serving. That's the thing. You serving. If somebody say, hey man, my cousin need surgery, and you know a surgeon, then no, you're not selling them to me. I need a surgeon. And that person has that skill set. So I'm getting it. So I think the camaraderie, let's just look at this from another lens. By having Mom Boss, this is the other part that Kim is, she's sharing this, but I'm gonna go a little deeper into what she just brought up. Think about how this is therapeutic.
Right.
The stress of being a mom, of being a parent, the stress of being an entrepreneur or a business owner or a leader or whatnot, like a lot of these women are, and especially with Mom Boss or whatnot. Just think about that. Those are, any one of those could cause issues for you and stress that could be detrimental to your health.
That's right.
But any one of those areas that I just brought up. So when you start combining that, that's a compound effect. So like compound effect works great for your money. If it's compounded in investments, it compounds, can work in the worst for you if it's something that's detrimental when it comes to compound stress or bad eating, a lack of exercise or sleep and things like that too as well. So I think it's genius, but also I think that is something that's needed, because how many families are going to be better and are going to be improved because mama better? See,
Right.
that's the thing. How many husbands or significant others or boyfriends, or, you know, how many children or guardians, how many, think about the workplace.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, mama got something that she been able to vent a little bit. She got something to look forward to. So now all of a sudden she's a better boss. She's empowering people. So I think that's genius for you to move on it and also look at it. If you wouldn't have started, going back to just like it was with the home daycare, if you wouldn't have started, you wouldn't have gave the opportunity. Kim could have did this. And I'm saying this for somebody because I feel it in my spirit that somebody out there thinking this. And I want to help you because you are missing out on opportunities, because God is only responsible for giving it to you one time.
One time.
If you don't write it down, if you don't do anything with it, then that's your bad. But you praying for stuff that he's already answered. So you thinking that God didn't answer your prayer because it didn't show up the way that you wanted it to show up. And you got to put some feet with your faith. So what Kim shared was, it was an idea. God started laying stuff out, but she brought up that old word, and we're not talking about Oprah. We're talking about obedience.
Right.
Obedience is better than sacrifice. So he's not going to give you it all. He gives you more on your way than you do before you start. So you take a step and he'll show you the next step. But just think about all the women, the testimonials that have flooded into Kim with this Mom Boss event. If she would have said, well, you know, it's already people who have and stuff like that. Oh, it's already organizations out there. All the sororities out there, all the different auxiliary, all the associations out there. Why am I going? It's already small business type of things that they could go to and check out. She would have missed the opportunity. But why? Because it wasn't like the one that God had put in her heart, who gave her a vision. what are the areas for those who are looking at this tonight or looking at this today? That God has given you something, but you have downplayed what God gave you because you are coming up with every reason why it can't work, because you're talking about every other auxiliary, every other book, every other person who got a bit. You're talking about what everybody else is doing,
right?
instead of what God can do through you.
That's right.
Yeah, can I get an amen or something?
Amen. Come on now, you preaching. You preaching. I'm telling you, you preaching. That's right. Now it happens that way. You preaching. You don't say it a mouthful.
Kim, with that being said, I want you to talk about it because I think you have done a great job with this. You are great at building teams or partnering with people. So can you talk like that with your family? I mean, like with your sisters, you know, I love your sister, I love your mom, you know, but I mean, you have done a great job, even with your staff. You care about them. Like you're not playing. Like you talking about being authentic about your life. Like I have seen you with leadership and you really care. Like you're not hyping it. You're not just doing, of course you take care of you, but you're not just doing what's in the best interest for Kim all the time. You're really saying like, okay, hey, if we are able to keep this going, great. But if something better suits you in another area, yes, I would miss you. Yes, I would love to have you, but I want you to win. And so can you talk about that and your heart for seeing your team win?
I am very big on that. I am very, very big. And first and foremost, let me tell you, I truly feel like in business, just being a business owner of my own and having staff, I think what makes the day-to-day just makes the business flow the way it does is because I treat everyone as a leader. I treat everybody as a leader. And people don't know that's my tactic. I treat everybody as a leader. I don't come across as I'm the only one that knows everything because it's my business. But I engage my staff. And I let each and every one of them know, hey, you look, this might be just somewhere you're starting. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because guess what? I'm going to give you all I can give you. So when you leave from here, you not only you're going to come with just the assets of what it is or what it takes to be a teacher here, but you also going to know what it is to be a leader. And that's what it's all about for me. I love seeing other people win. And I tell my staff that like, this is what it's about. I want to see you guys grow. I want to see you win. And in order for you to do that, I allow, you know, even we timing on when we're off. I encourage my staff, look, make sure you're getting your best education. Y'all make sure you're in school. Like I'm talking to my staff like I will be talking to my own kids because guess what? I want them all to succeed. And I think if we all did more of this in our businesses, we will see that our business will flourish even more because you are engaging your staff to know the importance. They'll start mimicking, they'll start finding themselves wanting to be, or not just say a Kim Lotz, but to be better than a Kim Lotz. And they know what it takes to be able to run this type of business. And that's why I can leave my child care center and I have no worries because why I have taught my staff all to be leaders in this, to know how to communicate, to know what the do's and the don'ts. So I think if we run our business in that way and we treat everybody more of a leader and then just you just here to work, you know, I think things would just be much better. It works.
It works. And you know, as the seasoned folks will say down south, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. So I look at how they conduct themselves. I'm talking about your leadership team. And that says a lot about what goes on when you're not there. Mm-hmm. See, that's when someone is working, that shows character of a person, what real integrity is. Because you're able to keep it, or you're able to do the things you're supposed to do when management is not there, or the owner or the founder is not there.
Right.
And that speaks volumes. And I have been able to see your organization do that. And like you brought up, people want to, they get to, they don't have to. That's
Right.
something that I see that as a mantra with the people that you are able to partner with and serve whatnot in your organization. So for those of you who are listening out there and you are leading an organization or a nonprofit, whatever it may be, keep that in mind. Some of us, if we're not, we just pass on things that we got when we grew up. So some
Right.
of us think that, it's still 87. Some of us are handling people the wrong way. Maybe that's how you was treated. So now all of a sudden that's your idea of what a boss is. It's just pushing people around and bullying people. And so I'm not saying that you don't have to have boundaries or standards and standard operating procedures. Yeah, we do want that, and accountability is key. But you'll be shocked what you can get out of people for its productivity.
That's right.
Treat them the right way. When they treat them the right way. I've seen too, Kim, with your staff, and I'm gonna just speak to some of the things that I even see with our own company, where people would just do stuff. You're like, wow, you know what? I would have never known it.
Right.
But that's culture though. That person is doing something, letting me know something. Or I don't see people bring stuff to your attention like, wow, Kim wouldn't have never known that. But I'm thinking to myself, just kind of, looking at the scenario like, wow, but this show you the respect that they have for Kim as their leader, but you just shared it, but you treating them because they are leaders.
Right.
So you are not the only leader. You all are leading together. And I think that's profound when we look at leadership styles.
Yep. And believe it or not, I think, it gives a better, like you say, the accountability, all of that, that it helps for them to bring out the best them when they are not just being looked upon as just, oh, I'm just here working for someone. Because that is one of the things, people, they get into that mode that, hey, I'm just here, I'm working for somebody else, so I don't have to be the best me. I don't care. This ain't my business. This is not my company. So I don't have to show up like that. And that's why I learned if I treat them the way that I do by allowing them to have, their inputs, we can sit together, we can have meetings together. We can work these things through where this is how your company grow, y'all. This is really how your company do grow, because people are going to want to engage. They're going to want to push the business because they don't have to feel like I'm just here doing something for someone else, but you allowing them the opportunity to be the best them because they're able to show that side of them. They're not so just cringing with everything that has to be done because we're all working together as a team. And so when you're working together as a team, guess what? You're going to get the best outcome of it. And if people ask me right now today, how have I been able to stay in business, how I'm able to keep staff, how I'm able to, because in daycare is probably one of the hardest business that you will see so much turnover. You will see so much turnover because at the end of the day, kids is a lot. Kids is a lot. So if you having your staff coming there every single day and you treating them like a child and they working with kids, what impact, what outcome you think you're gonna get out of that? So for me, I had to learn these things as a leader. Look, Kim, you know what? If you want to get the best out of somebody, you treat them the way you want to be treated. You teach them, on levels of, look, this right here can open up many doors for you. You also can be a daycare owner. You also can have your own business, whatever that might look like for you. So yeah, you got to learn to start encouraging your staff to be the best them.
Man, did y'all hear my girl hit us with that? Boy, you in there treating them like a child? Come on, man. Come on. That's it. How many business owners who have found themselves treating somebody like they a child? Like not even their own child. They just treating them any kind of way. Like you're like, come on, y'all, we got to do better. We got to do better. And I think conversations like this, hearing from somebody like Kim Lotz, who's actually living it. Now, Kim's not telling you something she heard. This is something that she lives. It wasn't living once upon a time. She is still implementing these principles to this day and continuing to do it. And that's why she's been able to have that success. I gotta bring this up though, Kim. I know you got a new book coming out. Can you talk about that? Can you talk about that book? Can you give the name of it? And why this book?
Well, my book that's coming out is titled Choose You. Choose You. Well, here's the thing, y'all. I don't know if I wrote this book out of anger or resentment. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that part out. I'm still trying to figure that part out. But nevertheless, I wrote it. But here's the thing. Choose You actually came about because, I found myself, I'm always helping. I'm always, being a part of something or someone. And I found myself getting so caught up in so many areas of my life where that sometimes we will do that as a business owner, as a mom, as a friend, as a daughter, as a sister, whomever. We will begin to kind of, get so caught up into everything else until we forget that, hey, we're just as important. So Choose You was actually just that, how, I'm gonna say it like this, how when we was in school, we used to go on field trips and we got to bring that permission slip home to our parents to sign. Choose You is actually that book that I've written to kind of give other women permission to take time for them. That it's okay. It's not feeling, any type of what, people will say, hey, y'all being selfish. You don't have time to do what I need you to do. You being selfish. And for so many ways and just seeing life being like this for me, I had to figure out a way to choose myself through all of this that I do. I wear a lot of hats. I wear a lot of hats. But also, in order for me to be able to continue to be the best me, I had to take out time for me. I had to be able to take time to go and pray. I had to take time to go take that trip. I had to take that time to just push away from some things, turn my cell phone off, and just concentrate on Kim. Because what will end up happening, you will find yourself doing so many things, but you're wondering, like, am I doing it? And am I really doing something? And I think I had gotten to that point in my life, like, I'm doing a lot, but am I really doing something? Like, am I really helping somebody? Because I can't help anybody if I can't help myself. So I had to learn that it's okay, Kim. It's okay to take that me time. And that was probably one of the hardest things for me because I'm so used to being, I know because so many people is dependent upon me, rather if it's just family or, just my business, childcare, you have the parents, you have the kids. It's so many people that is always dependent upon me, where that I never knew how to just say no in so many areas of my life because I always had to make myself available to so many. So yes, Choose You is the title of the book. It's a great read. I'm excited about it because I feel like it's gonna help so many other women to get to that point of their life to really just say, you know what, it's okay. It's okay to put myself first without having to feel a sense of guilt. It's okay for me to choose myself in some areas, rather if it's just me taking a vacation alone, going somewhere on my own. I can't feel guilty about some of the things that I choose to do. So that's how Choose You came. I didn't want to no longer feel guilty about putting myself first.
Man, that is powerful. Now, I want those who are listening, and this is for men and women to check this out. Even though Kim, shout out to the sisters, I think that's something that is really causing issues that's rippling through companies and homes and in relationship with kids. Right. You have to follow some of the steps that Kim is sharing here. you have to stop crucifying yourself for taking care of you. And listen, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna just testify to what Kim's saying, just how powerful that is. I personally had to even do that for myself, because if you, and I'm speaking to some of the brothers out there to give y'all a little bit, if y'all listening or whatnot with your lady friend or whatever, your wife or whoever it is, keep in mind that a lot of men, and this is go for business owners too, because business owners fall into the same area. You're taking care of everybody else, like Kim brought up, but if you're not careful, you won't take care of yourself. Right. And you think that is a badge of honor that you're doing, but really you're not going to be able to serve the people that you call to serve and help, because right. Sooner or later, you're going to break down. Sooner or later, you're going to fold. Sooner or later, you're going to ruin a relationship with somebody because you haven't been taking care of yourself. Because sooner or later, all those balls that you're juggling, all the plates that you're trying to carry, they're going to fall. It's going to be a domino effect. And so I want those of you who understand, do it yourself, because, and then there's something else. Don't assume that everybody should read your mind and know what you need. Let me say that again. Do not assume that people should be reading your mind. They should know it's enough. They should know to give me a break. What is somebody going to do? No. They used to you paying for everything. Right. Used to you to being the one who they can count on. They don't know the stuff you're dealing with bills and payroll behind the scenes. They don't know what you're doing just to keep everything together. They always feel like it's something else that you can do, because you always, you know, that saying, the meme that they got going around, check on your strong friends. That's the reason why people come up with that, because you want, like, I thought that person, yeah, because everybody don't wore that person out to the point, and that person they feel like they confide on. So I'm telling you, like Kim brought up, I'm just sharing as her brother, for the brothers who are listening to this too as well. Take time for yourself. Like even with me, Kim, I'll go, back in the day, I'll be all upset, but I got something for that now. Yeah. If I'm riding, Daddy go stop somewhere and get Daddy something to eat. That's right. I'm not getting everybody else something. No. I'm going to go. I don't have to wait. I want this. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't eat that. No. It's a time for that. That's right. Time is Daddy go. It's certain time I won't listen to what I want to listen to. It's sometimes I might even go and just go get a room somewhere, or go just somewhere where I just chill, eat, where I just, so I can be the husband, so I can be the father, so I can be the business owner that I need to be. I had to realize that was okay. Instead of me being that's okay. I used to get like, man, because I got to do something. No. I can be a better husband, and I allow for my wife to do the same. If she need to go with her girls, she need to go. Hey, go. I understand that. So please free yourself in your relationships. Those who are in ministry, those who run nonprofits, businesses, whoever you are, parents, free yourself, because I don't care if it's just getting a bubble bath. That's right. If all you can do right now is go get a bubble bath or a shower by yourself and have one of your older kids watch the other ones who younger. If that's what you got to do to get some free time, then do it. It don't have to be costly for you to do that. But I'm just saying, if you do have a budget to do something, increase it. That's right. And do that or whatnot. Do you agree with that, Kim? I totally agree. Yes, we got to take time for ourselves. Health is wealth. You want to continue on making money? You want to continue on getting the bag? You better take care of yourself. Okay? Because nobody at the end of the day, everybody can tell you how much they love you. But hey, once you're gone, you're gone. So it is important. Health is important. Take care of yourself. Stop feeling guilty behind that timing that you're making for yourself. And like I say, for me to have written that book, I had to get to that point in my life. And it took a lot. It took a while for me to even get there, to even understand that, Kim, you're just as important as everybody else. You just as important. And you have to learn that you have to make that time for yourself. You have to go and regroup. You got to go, we got to do that. Because like I said earlier, if you don't take that time for yourself, look, you're going to break down. You're not going to be good for nobody.
you're not gonna be good for nobody. So yes, it's okay, y'all. Rather you're a man, woman, whomever, choose yourself at some point in your life.
That's it. And I'm glad you're able to share that. And, you know, Kim, you know, because we done had our time here today. And I want to make sure we have information in the show notes where people can buy the book, how they can connect with you, the whole nine. I have you do the shout out. But I want to bring this up, and I want to share this because this is something that I think people need. This is behind the scenes. And one thing that shows you, I just want to show you the type of person that Kim is. And this is something that's not disclosed to the public, but I'm sharing it here. She think like, oh Lord, what Darren gonna share?
I'm like, I'm
So the
scared.
type of person. Not only does Kim run a business a certain way with integrity, even as a client with us being able to partner and work with her, I remember on something that we was working on, I don't know, some coaching or whatever. And I shared with Kim, like, hey, Kim, you know, you've been doing a lot of whatnot. Hey, I discounted some or whatnot. And she was like, you know what, Darren? She came back to me. She said, you know what? I've gotten so much value off what we're doing here. You know, I want to do this, the certain amount that it is.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm bringing it up is if you want to be a chief, you need to learn how to be an Indian.
Mm.
What type of customer are you? What type of client are you? See, everybody know what you should do for them. Gimme, my name is Jimmy and Kimmy. But what type of person are you to somebody else's business, organization? How are you? So you typically get who you are. You attract that. So if you're wondering why you're not having ideal clients and people who are investing in what you got going on, when is the last time that you've invested in something? When is the last time that you dropped a bag as a client on somebody else's services, besides telling everybody else that they need to invest and spend with you? See, I just want to share that for people because I think those are the type of things why we have this type of show with people who are like market leaders like Kim on here, is because this is the part that you don't see. You know, we can tell you stuff about QuickBooks, we can get all that type of people in, all the accountants and all that stuff, lawyers. Okay, but how are you as a client? How do you treat people?
Mm-hmm.
How do you treat people who you don't think that can help you currently? How do you respect them? How do you respect family members and staff of the person you working with? Or you just caught up on the person who wrote the check, but are you treating other people the right way? And so I want those of you out there who are looking at growing to the next level. I know some of you just like, show us how to get to the bag, how to get to the bag. That's how you get to the bag.
That's right.
If you get with the right people. You don't have to have everybody. Listen to me. Listen, Linda, listen like that little boy went by. Let me tell y'all something. When you know how to treat people, you will be recession proof. Why? Because people don't even care about what somebody's doing down the road. Because they will always find ways because how you made somebody feel.
Mm-hmm.
If you make a person feel the right way, because they know you generally care about them, they'll always do business with you, or they'll have respect for you if you do something else. Because it's a general win. Like Kim, and Kim is not tied to me. Kim do something with somebody else or whatnot, we still show love because it's a brother and sisterhood, and we want to see each other win. We steady sending business to each other. We want to get, if I can't do something, I want her to give it the right person. She able to tell me the right place to go. We got a whole network of people who want to see each other win. And that right there is your network, people. So get the right people in your circle. So can you talk about that, Kim, about people who want people to invest in their business, but they don't know how to do things the right way as far as investing in other people's businesses for their services?
Yep, and that's the thing. And that's a lot of it. That is a lot of it. You hear so many people that, you know, that's advertising off of what they want you to give in order for them to get you in a certain area, but haven't found themselves giving any or doing anything. And here's the thing, I truly believe, and I'm just putting it out there, the ones who is doing that I don't see how your business is being flourished or even your blessings are coming. Because at the end of the day, how can you ask somebody else or tell somebody else to do something and you're not doing it or you never did it? You know, so I am a true believer. I am a true believer. And I know for a fact, this ain't something that I'm just saying, because I wouldn't be where I am today had I not invested in my life in certain areas. You know, it took me I didn't just, I mean, I'm cute now, but I didn't wake up like this, you know. I had to invest in this. I had to invest, no, seriously. I had to invest in everything that I had to do in order to be sitting where I am today. I invested to be, you know, into to be an author. You know, I invested to be a better business owner. You know, so it's not like I'm just showing people different things, or I'm you know, when I'm promoting, or if I'm saying that I can do this for you, I can truly make this happen for you. Why? Because I invested in myself to make this happen. And a lot of people, this is not, but this might not be the time and place. It might not be the time and the place. So the only thing I gotta say to you guys is invest in yourself. Don't get into that concept that you can just learn it on YouTube, or you can just you know, you can just pick it up, or you just write somebody else's content that you just copy and paste, or whatever the case may be. I promise y'all, it is okay to invest. Your investment is what's going to help get you to the next level. Your investment is what's going to help you get to the next level. So you definitely need to invest in whatever it is that you are trying to do.
My goodness, my goodness. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. What
Nope.
Kim just gave y'all multi-million, not just 1 meal. Like, she gave you some millions, plural millions worth of game, what she just shared with you. If you can just grab a hold of that. And notice what she didn't say. She didn't say, well, I'm a mom. She didn't say, well, I'm Black. I'm a woman. She didn't say, well, I'm from the South. Well, I don't have a doctor. You know, she didn't let the excuses keep her from being cordial and respect people by investing in herself. So I want to tell you, and this is not, we're not telling you to go work with people if it's a scam or
Right.
or some stuff like that. We're not talking about that, but, like, you know, vet people out, but know you need to invest in yourself. I gotta add this to what you just shared there. It's some deals that we got right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why we got the deal, the gentleman shared it with my wife. He said, the reason that I went with you all's company, I had all kind of companies I could have worked with.
Right.
He said, but I met Darren at a mastermind in Palm Beach.
Wow.
And I knew it was limited to just 100 people or less. And I knew what it was to even be able to get in that room. And it wasn't, and $1,000 wasn't what you could put to get in the room. It wasn't $100, 49. You know, it was thousands to just even get in the room. He said, when I met Darren at that place, that was the deciding factor. He said, because I said, wow, I know I invest in myself.
Right.
I want to invest with somebody who invest. Why would I invest with you all?
Right.
If you all wouldn't invest in yourself. So for those who are leaders and market leaders out there, it's other people who are looking at you to see, are you investing in you? Because people who really understand what this is about, they're looking for people like themselves. They want to help others win that's like them, because they invested. So what we're telling you, welcome to the sorority, welcome to the fraternity of people who are investing in themselves. So if you are dealing with somebody, when you say you tired of headache clients and you want great clients invest in themselves. So if they smell the stench that you don't invest in yourself, they're not gonna say nothing to you at all about it.
That's right.
All of a sudden they're just gonna be falling back from. They'll be cordial to you. They'll be kind to you if they see you.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna do any real business with you. Everybody know that you're not investing in yourself. You're trying to get a quickie, and like what you brought up earlier, Kim, baby, it's only so much you watching them free tutorials on YouTube gonna do. It's only so much, because you are not going to have conviction to speak to somebody else about your services, because
Right.
you know you won't invest in them. So as soon as somebody say, I don't know, you give up on the deal because you think, well, that is a lot, because you thinking how you normally would. You go on YouTube and hope you can do it, but that's a direct connection towards your action by what you're investing in yourself. So Kim, please tell the people, where can they find you, social media platforms, website information. Let them know how they can get a hold of Miss Lots.
Okay, well, thank you. I'm sorry, before I get there, thank you so much, Darren, for having me. Let's go there first. Thank you. It's always a pleasure. I love it. I love it. I love it because it's real. It's real. It is totally real. And I love everything about it. You know, so again, just to say this a little bit with the investment side of it, you know, when people really can trust and see you as a person, because at the end of the day, people like to work with people they can trust. That's number one. Right. And like you said, when that young man met you at that conference to see that you invested, and they had that just happened to me not too long ago. A young lady was able to come. She told me, this was just the other day, even with Mom Boss. She said, Kim, I have been following you. I have been following you. I have been following you. She said, but it's so many scammers out there. She said, so many people that is truly not being the real thing, that really not investing in themselves, but they wanted us to put in so much money. But she said, I follow you and I see, that you have invested within yourself, where that not only do I know you off of social media, but I also know you in person, because I'm able to come to your daycare facility. And the same thing that I get on social media, I get in person with you. So guess what? I want to work with you because I can trust you. And trust and believe, people know who they can trust. People know who they want to work with. So again, I'm going to continue pushing this. If you're one of the ones that is really just out there, just trying to get business from somebody, and you have not invested in your own, you're not going to get the real thing out of it. I promise you. But I can be found on all social media pages under Kim Lots Facebook. I am Kim Lots on Instagram. You can also find me under Lots of Motivation on Facebook as well as Instagram. Those are the places. I do have a website, www.lotsofmotivation.com, where you can order my books. You can reach out to me if you're needing any type of coaching. You can also reach out to me with whatever it is, with the coaching side, daycare, just anything. I am on Lots of Learning, Facebook, Instagram. So just remember the word lots. If you type in LOTTS 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get me. You might get my sister, but don't get us mixed up, okay? Because we do get that a lot. She's the real estate. She's into the real estate side. I'm the child care owner. So yes, that's where I can be found.
Hey, then you got my other sister, whatnot. She'll be able to get them loans and stuff lined out.
Get the loans. We got catering going on. My sister Alicia, she's getting ready to get lots of catering up and running. So hopefully by this summer, y'all will be able, the events that y'all gonna be coming to. Hey, this food is gonna be coming from lots of catering as well. So she's getting ready to open up a catering business. So yeah, we got a lot going on. But look, that's because we're investing in ourselves too, y'all.
That's it. That's what I'm about to say. You heard it here from Kim Lots. Kim, I thank you. It's an honor and privilege. I love the glow up for us in the business component of it. To see you transition and do the things, and I'm not making this up, being an international hard-nosed speaker, impacting lives. But I want to share this before we go. This is not about Kim. I want to speak to that person who allowed their limited belief to get in the way. You got somebody who has kids, who have raised kids by themselves, who have found a way to make it. A sister who's showing you what it is to show love, still got relationship with her sisters, still got relationship with her mama, being a great grandma. That is priceless. Whatever you need to do, you put that money to the side, because whatever you are putting money on, going out to eat, buying red bottoms before it's time to buy red bottoms, instead of investing in yourself to get the right information. And I don't care if you do know it. If Kim tell you something that you do know, but she's able to hold you accountable for you to do it, most people mistaken coaching as somebody gonna tell them something they don't know. No, baby, coaching is gonna help you do what you know. Right. So when you do find out something new, help you do it. Most people might know how to go work out, but you working out and knowing how to work out is two different things. So you'll never reap the harvest of what it is to actually do the act. That's what coaching do. And I want you all to know the difference, but that don't mean that the coach is gonna go do the job for you. No, they're gonna instruct you and guide you so you're not wasting money and not wasting time. Right. But if those of you who out there, please don't well, I would, but I'm a single mama and I don't let the system fool you. Don't you let the enemy keep you lower than what you're supposed to be. You need to fight. Just like you fight, because you're fighting for your children, you're fighting for the life that you want to create for you and your children. And you can become free if you choose to get around the right people, the right environment, the right associates, and then you get the right information and you take the right action. You will change the trajectory of your family for generations to come. So please reach out to my sister. Don't allow the enemy to steal. For Jesus even told us the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. If you're not careful, he'll shoot an idea that I can't afford it. And so while you waiting on what you can afford, you will miss your destiny because you're looking at your current destination. Do not forfeit your destiny by looking at your current destination. So Kim, last but not least, what can you say to that person out there who thinking like, I want to do it, Kim? I've been inspired by this video with you and Darren, but girl, I don't know if I can make it. I mean, I'm trying to do it. I'm working 1 or 2 jobs. I got 2 kids. You know, do you really believe this is possible for me? That can I make it and go and do some of the things that you say I can do? Can you speak to that person before we close it out?
Definitely. And I do know those type of things do creep up in our mind. They definitely do creep up in our mind that we can't do it. We can't make it. We can't. But you know what? We got to take that can't out of our vocabulary. And we need to replace that with can. And we need to allow ourselves to be able to, it's a season. It's that season to walk out on faith. To walk out on faith. And I guarantee you, if you begin to start somewhere, see, that's the key thing. If you start somewhere, see, everything else is gonna start falling in place. But you have to start. So start doesn't mean that you have to take 10,000, 20,000 to get started. But you need to take something. And like Darren say, that money that you might be going out to eat with, or the concerts, different little things, sometimes you got to step back because you got to make some sacrifices too. You got to make some sacrifices to be able to get to this point in your life. Okay? So my thing, I promise you, start somewhere, start investing a little bit within yourself, and I promise you, you will see how things are going to happen. You're going to begin to see how those doors are going to begin to open.
Wow. Hey, this is it. Don't say we ain't never gave y'all anything, because we done gave y'all millions worth of game today. Like I can rest great tonight knowing that we have did our fiduciary responsibility and whatnot for as kingdom building. And that's speaking with confidence. That's not being conceited, because we know that it works. We're not telling you a lie. So
Nope.
we know that really you should pay thousands for this information, because the people who do this, follow these steps, their life change. And I think your family life changing for generations is more than $1,000. So that's a great exchange, so this was free. So go buy the book, at least show respect and go buy my sister book. Reach out for the coaching. Ask when the next Mom Boss event gonna be. Find a way to get a part of that community, get with other bosses who are encouraging and uplifting each other, whatnot. Reach out about the real estate needs to the other lot sister. Reach out if you need some mortgage. Reach out for the catering or whatnot. And we might have, if y'all do it right, we might have Mama Johnny do a special prayer for y'all. We might have Mama Johnny do the special prayer for y'all and represent for y'all if we're not doing it. But Kim, I thank you, sister. I'm so godly proud of you. We love you. Our family love you. And we're so grateful to be connected to the Lots family. I believe it's like, David and Jonathan or whatnot. I believe that it's a type of relationship that keeps going on forever. But until next time, remember, be blessed and be great. Until next time, if you won't change, be the change.